What's going on, guys? It's UrAvgConsumer, and today we're going to be taking a look at some must-have accessories if you've got a gaming PC. But before we jump into the accessories, we're going to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, Lenovo. So check it out, guys. This right here is the Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 7. And this is one of Lenovo's most versatile laptops that I've ever seen. It comes in this premium aluminum body with this slate gray color, so it's got a pretty clean look to it. It has a 5.3 Plus touchscreen display that content actually looks really good on. But it also packs an AMD Ryzen 5000 series chip, which can be configured up to the Ryzen 7 5800U. It also has an RTX 3050, so if you want to game a bit on here, you absolutely can. Not to mention, when you pick up one of these, you get 3 months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which gives you access to over 100 high-quality games right off the bat, even on launch day for new titles. I've gone on record saying it's one of the best subscriptions you could pay for if you're into gaming, since you have access to a ton of games right at your fingertips. The IdeaPad Slim 7 has a ton of awesome qualities, and it's absolutely worth looking into if you're looking for a laptop that can handle your everyday life, especially if you're a student. But of course, links are gonna be down below in the description. But now let's talk about some of the accessories you're gonna wanna get your hands on if you've got a gaming PC. So we've got a little bit of a setup over here. You guys might have seen a version of this in the past. So if you've got yourself like your own gaming PC, of course you're gonna have like your desk setup with things like, of course, your monitor, keyboard, mouse, controller if you're like me. But there are a few other things that just kind of make a setup feel just right, and a few things you might not have thought about that you might actually want to get your hands on. So let's start off with something pretty basic. Now, you guys might think some of these are self-explanatory, but I've seen a lot of setups that really don't tap into some of the most basic accessories that could be useful. I don't know about you guys, but even if you've got like dedicated desktop speakers, when you're gaming like a game like Apex Legends, it's not ideal. So of course, you're gonna wanna get yourself a gaming headset. Now, there are tons of great headsets out there, but overall, you gotta get yourself a gaming headset. Like, that's an absolute must. I'll have some lists in the description of different options. This is not a video to necessarily tell you guys, hey, go pick up these, but more so give you an idea of what you should have to accessorize your gaming PC if you just happen to get one for the first time, or you wanna spruce up your setup to get the most out of it. So if you're playing first-person shooter or anything like that and you've been using desktop speakers, take my word for it, a gaming headset makes all the difference. I believe this one also has 7.1 surround sound, so you get that virtual surround sound so you can get an idea of where people are coming from. Lots of different headsets do that, so that might be one of the features you might want to look out for. And if you want to keep your setup looking clean, take my word for it, you guys. Also get a gaming headset stand or just a headphone stand in general. This particular one I got off of Amazon, 20 something bucks. So I'll have it linked down below, but this was a pretty nice headset stand. As you guys can see, it holds the headset with no problem. One thing that I do like about this is that it has a USB hub included. So you got 2 USB ports, and you even have a headphone jack. So if I wasn't using the USB cable for this headset, I could just plug in right there. And you have RGB lights. You have a little button here to change the colors. But yeah, it's more so about the functionality here. You wanna keep a clean space, absolutely get your hands on a headset stand. This is a very cheap option. I've had some really good ones in the past that do a little bit more, produce like higher sound quality when you plug in your headphones. Like I said, I'll have more options linked down below for every category that we touch on here. But you gotta get yourself one of these. Even if you don't have like a gaming PC, but you've got yourself a desk setup and you wanna keep it clean and just like really nice looking, you wanna get your hands on one of those. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a keyboard and mouse master, so I gotta have an Xbox controller on me at all times. This just makes playing games on a laptop or a dedicated PC much easier for folks like me. And they even have wired options if you don't want to go wireless, so you don't have any input lag. So while you're taking advantage of those games on Xbox Game Pass, I personally think this is the best way to play. Now, I mentioned that this has 2 USB ports But something that I think is overlooked by a lot of people is just having a dedicated USB hub. And why this is nice is because I can't tell you how many times, you guys, I've had a gaming PC like this, and then I gotta go into the back, and this thing's usually pinned up close to a wall. I'm trying to put things in the Listen, it's a horrible experience trying to go in the back of a gaming PC. So I think having something like this is awesome. You get access to USB 3.0. You don't have any USB-C ports on this, but this gives you like, I think 10 different ones. And it also gives you a couple of options over here, these red ones, if you just want to simply charge a device here and not really use data. So you got a ton of different options. I like having this, because look how many dongles you start using when you have like all kinds of accessories. There's just a ton, and it makes it really easy if you want to switch them out to just have it accessible to you right here. And you guys can see it for yourself. If I maybe put these cables down a little bit more, it's a clean look. It's not something that stands out too much. It makes it really easy to just have access to USB ports, which I'm telling you is very useful. You know what else I got from Amazon, Jay? I got this cheap mouse pad. This one's pretty similar to this guy. There's a ton of nice, large RGB mouse pads with lights and everything. This one's really cheap on Amazon. I think I got it for like 20 bucks. For me personally, I like having this dedicated space for the mouse, keyboard, everything just goes right here. But this kind of mouse pad is kind of cool because it gives you everything you would need in terms of like RGB. You just can't control it off your computer or anything. But if I wanted it to be teal, I could make it teal, Jay. That's all that matters, right? Now, we talked about the USB hub being something that's underrated for like a desk setup. Most people try to have as little things as possible on their desk. Don't ignore that, I think it's a good option. But something else that's pretty underrated is this guy right here. This is a UPS, Universal Power Supply. This one is actually called Back UPS. Backup. It's really cool, it's really cool, check it out. This thing is basically like a giant surge protector. Now what's really cool about this is, let's say you lose power and you know how your computer is probably just going to just shut off. You might lose whatever you've got going on. With something like this, it can continue to run, so you don't have to worry about losing all of your data or stopping in the middle of your game. You'll get some extra time so you can either save or finish your match, which is so helpful. I don't know what's been going on in our studio lately, but we've been getting our power disconnected way more frequently than we would like. And we decided, you know what, it's time we actually put these next to our editing machines. So it is something that I definitely think you guys should be looking into if you don't have one near your setup already. And what's nice about this guy right here is that it has a built-in screen, so you can know exactly what's going on. You can see the load on the system as well as how much battery it's got. And this right here gives you an indication of how much time you'd have to basically take care of what you need to take care of on your system while it runs on the built-in battery. So we've got 11 minutes here based on what we've got going on. So everything on this setup is plugged into it. You also get, of course, some places to charge. So if you have like a USB device that you want to charge on here, you can. It even has USB Type-C, which I think is pretty useful. So you get a lot of cool stuff here. I think this is one of those things, regardless of whether or not you have a gaming PC, if you've got an editing rig, whatever it may be, you should get one of these. You don't want to damage your computer by having power just cut off out of nowhere. Definitely invest in one. And I think we paid a good bit for this particular one, but they have some cheap options out there as well. You can get one for like 60 bucks if you want. So definitely something worth having. Now, while we're on the topic of like surge protectors and whatnot, we picked up this thing from Amazon actually. It can actually just clamp right onto your desk, and it gives you access to outlets. So you've got 3 on one side, you get another 3 on the other, and you've got 4 USB ports on top. Now, I really like this thing because it can really help save on clutter. Now, ideally, you would probably have it facing in the back. So you could have like things like your monitor, your speakers, whatever you want. You can have it plugged into this guy right here, and you can have no cables dangling to the floor. You can just have the single cable coming from it itself, and it just kind of saves up on clutter, and it fits pretty much any desk because of this clamp right here. And it's really, really secure. You can just turn it on or off like this. Nice to have, for sure. Now for me, these are a few of the things that I think almost every desk setup should have. It gives you a lot of flexibility. Honorable mention, there are monitor stands that you can use out there. I actually found this pretty cool one. What's the name of that company? We found a couple of things from Amazon, all right? What is it? Muje.
There's J and there's
Yeah, it has J, so you remember. So we've got this monitor stand from like Muje, and it's a pretty dope monitor stand. It's, you know, got RGB lights if you care for that. But one thing that I really like about it is that it also has USB hubs. If you don't want to have a dedicated hub like right there, you can use something like that where it's a little bit more low key and it has some other functionality like being a monitor stand. It's also got this pretty cool tray so that you can have like your smartphone right in front of you as you're, you know, getting work done or even storing whatever it is that you want to store. If you don't have drawers like we don't over here, but you want something that can hold earbuds, credit cards, I don't know. You need a little bit of storage. It's a little bit of storage. But that is something else that I found out there that's pretty cool and not very expensive. But yeah, these are the things that I feel like almost every desk setup should have outside of the standard monitor, keyboard, mouse, that kind of deal. But let me know what you guys think. What are some must-have accessories for a gaming PC or PC in general that you think somebody should get their hands on? Let me know with a comment down below. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you found this useful. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Till then, it's your average consumer. Peace. Later, guys.